Tanya, first of all, welcome back to Belfast. A bit wet and drizzly here today. I bet you're wishing out you'd went to Spain or Cyprus or somewhere more glamorous.
You've literally turned the weather back on for me, haven't you? So I've been told that there was some sunny days. I think that's a lie, absolute lie. But look, good to be back. Really excited and looking forward to the game tomorrow night. Looking forward to getting the playing group back together and working with them in this window. So really exciting times.
You mentioned the game tomorrow night. Obviously, that's the Irish Cup final.
Yep.
Two of the biggest teams probably in Northern Ireland, so it should be a fantastic game.
Yeah, I'm really excited to be able to watch it live. And look, we've got some fantastic players all over the pitch there in terms of players that are involved in the national team setup and those that want to be involved in the national team setup. So it's a fantastic, representation of all the hard work that's gone on. And yeah, hopefully it's a great game and everyone comes out. Fingers crossed everyone comes out in one piece. So that's my main hope.
In terms of your squad selection today, there's only been the one change. You brought Kelsey Burrows in.
Yep.
Is that a case of being happy with the squad, or is it a case of you're still settling in and see what's available?
Happy with the performance of the squad from the last window. Look, I've said before the door's open for everybody, but at this point in time, the squad from the last window did a great job, and I thought they sort of developed and grew across the two games, and obviously between sort of the last window and now they've continued to do well. So Kelsey will come in because she adds something a little bit different in terms of the composition of the group and obviously the team that we're going to play. But yeah, really happy with the group and really excited to get them back together and continue developing on some of the stuff that we worked on in the last window.
In terms of the existing squad, obviously the men's team, both in the north and the south, have sort of benefited from the so-called granny rule or whatever it is. No relatives who have been born in Northern Ireland. Is that something you're looking at?
I think we're exploring everything. I think we want to make sure that we are covering all bases. So, part of that is developing obviously the players domestically here. Part of that is supporting the players that are across the water. Part of that is a scouting system that looks at players that are not on our radar. So, I think it would be remiss of us to not be looking at all options. And look, that's in its infancy at the moment. So I don't expect anything to sort of come from that in the near future, but it's certainly something that we want to try and explore across the whole pathway. Yeah.
In terms of the next couple of games, it's obviously Hungary back to back. Good thing or bad thing? Obviously, it's good from the viewpoint of that if you go out there and you see somebody needs to change, you can change it, but vice versa, they'll suss it a bit more. So your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's a challenge for a coach, I think. You can look at it one or two ways. I think you can either look at it as like a limiting factor or you can look at it as an opportunity. I think for us, it's a really good opportunity because we want to focus on us and what we're trying to do. And obviously, if the opposition is consistent in terms of playing the team back to back, then it gives us scope to do that. Will there be tweaks? Will there be things that we're going to have to adapt and change? 100%. I think, like any game, we prepare and we anticipate what the opposition trends are going to be, but we don't know that for sure. So we want decision makers out there. We want players that can adapt and adjust, and it'll give us a great opportunity across both the games to see where we're at in that regard.
In terms of Hungary, do you know much about them?
Yeah, done my research. Look, I think they're going to cause some problems for us. I think, in particular the Albania game, like I thought that they dominated that game and were really unlucky not to get the result out of that. So they've got some really good players that can then cause us some problems, and we're going to have to make sure that we're on our game and that we execute the strategy the way that we want to, because they're in a position to score goals and to hurt teams.